Hi, one and all. To everyone. People actually watch these lives, surprisingly. The other day someone told me, they commented and I didn't hear it. How do I reduce the volume in my headphones? Okay. Welcome to the wait. Where's my pitch voice? Anyway. So today we are going to talk about money with the main guy himself who has just walked in. Short time. Look at the camera, he's standing on like boom kink.
We here.
We in this bitch. Kirizamuke. No, actually, Kiri.
I'm tall.
Goes door.
I'm tall. How are you doing, man?
Man, very
Waiting.
strange
We're
day.
waiting.
Yeah. Let's get the chintu started.
Interesting.
Today
Interesting.
we are talking money. There should be an effect sound for like
show me the money. That's it.
oh cha-ching. So I was just doing introductions. Today was a very strange day.
Oh, yeah.
I was not supposed to come to town, but I was told I have to come to town. Then halfway coming to town, when I said town, put me think
it's down. Let's go.
So halfway coming, they tell me, no, actually, sorry, oops, you're not supposed to be coming. And I'm like, okay, but I'm already on my way. So, and here I am. Like, you know what? Let's go talk about a pressing issue. Some of you have asked. You know how people say, I've been asking me in the comments. You go in the comments. You know.
Who has been asking you?
Who has been asking?
Because it has been a strange day as well for me. This was impromptu, and I was like, okay,
those are the best.
Yeah, so I forgot my ID. Got processed. I've dropped it all. Pass, because you can't have like if you don't have a physical ID.
How do you get this?
So
at the desk?
Yeah, the desk. So there's a camera that takes your photo. Just type in your name and
I didn't know about this. Yeah, in these nations, you can't enter anything without an ID. It's like it's one of my shocks. I'm like, damn, because I saw it in Toronto. I used to guys with all their IDs. So I'm like, why? But you can't do anything. You can't access anything, and that's for work, school, anything. ID to tap you get it, which is very strange. Back home, what were the MOOC IDs for? I don't remember. Exam
those were ahead of their time.
Yeah, that's what they were supposed to do, but we don't have the rest of the mechanisms in
the infrastructure in place.
That's the problem.
So
anyway, enough about the miseries of Makerere. Let's get to the money. So, for those listening today, we are going to talk about the idea that people say, you know, either tukola sente or twina sente or the twina sente or we are suffering, or we're going to go into all those things. How are we surviving? We're in the most expensive city. We are students. We don't work. How are we surviving? So let's start with a quote I saw today. There's a guy called Alan de Botton. He's a psychologist. I don't know. He says he's Swiss. He's a French psychologist. No, he's a Swiss psychologist. Who, you know, it wasn't even about money. He was talking about work and emotional intelligence at work, which is a very strange video for the title because it goes into capitalism, blah, 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 blah. And he mentioned something. Here's how you know you're an advanced society. And when he said it, I was like, oh shit. When you're at a party and you ask people what they do and you can't understand what they tell you. Think about it. Because less advanced societies, it's basic stuff. I'm a bricklayer, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a doctor. Easy to understand. You come here, and I first experienced this in Toronto. So we had this collision conference, after party, and I meet this fine woman. Yeah, man, but she was getting married. Half Congolese, half Canadian. Like, God. Anyway, so she tells me what she does. We walk for a really long time. And she's telling me what she does. And I kid you not, up now I don't understand what she does. She's like, the best I understood is like, companies need to be diverse. So she helps companies find their diversity program protocols, or I don't know, but it's in that range. And I'm like, I remember sitting to myself and going back home that I'm thinking, and you get paid for that? People pay you money to do that? And yeah, she's renting a house in the middle of Toronto, and like very expensive. She's actually not renting. She bought. She was telling me how she has just moved. She likes the amenities, the gym. I'm like, I don't understand what you do, but you have enough money to live in the middle of Toronto. So that's how you know in advanced society. Someone will tell you what they do, and it's like, well, I am the regional for Asian market analytical analysis in the peripheral. You're like, what the fuck? You don't understand the thing, but they're getting paid, they're living well, cars, everything.
I think the niche is so specialized that you really have to be sat down and told exactly what they're doing.
But that's how you know you're in advanced society.
Nice.
That's a quick measure tool. If you ever at Coca-Cola, you ask someone, what do they do? And they tell you something you don't understand, that society is advanced. Stay there. But if you're in Ezafe, what do you do? I'm a graphics designer. Okay. That's it. I'm a marketing guy. Okay. I'm a doctor. Okay. I'm a bank guy. Okay.
Doctors are all over.
So starting from there, we'll start from how that affects these economies money-wise. Because you find that these economies, first of all, the same talked about the belief that for you to help the poor, you have to spend on useless things. That's what capitalism runs on. Just keep spending, we'll be fine. Okay. It's a weird logic to it, but once you go into the economics, I think it was Adam, some guy, who brought out that whole concept. These economies are so big and so wealthy and so abundant that there's so much to go around that inevitably trickles down. Part of what we suffer from in Uganda is there's no wealth trickling down. And when they get the money, they take it abroad. They don't. It rarely trickles down to the Montuawansi. Here it's like
they construct churches.
Exactly. And launder their money through there. And for you think you're feeling the Holy Spirit, you're feeling corrupt spirit money. Anyway. So what most people this side, you realize that it's easy to get by because there's so much to go around. You'll easy also find around. I'll give you an example. You just land in this city, they tell you, oh, come test a new Meta AI tech, and you get paid $300 to do that for an hour. You're testing latest tech, some cool shit. It's actually cool to do it, but you're getting paid to also do it. So it's like there's so much of that. There's so much, I don't want to generalize and say it's easy, but it's available. Okay, that's just from a straight way of finding cash. I remember before I came here, some friend told me, don't worry about that. You will survive. Like you will find a way to survive, especially in New York. I don't want to generalize. Maybe it's a New York thing. But it's New York. It's the city that generates the most money in the world. It's the, richest, not generates the most money. I don't know about richest, but generates the most money in the world.
Like we're talking money, yeah? So how do you, most people are going to wonder how you finance your studies, your living expenses in this place, because as you said, it's the most expensive city in the world. So can you talk about how you manage that?
I wanted to start from the little free monies you get because those can help you survive a bit. But then most of us are on student loans, which is but that's America. There's a video I watched that put the difference between credit economies and non-credit economies. Credit economies is taking a bet on your future self. It's like, let me borrow money from the future. Let me take money from the future and I use it now. You see, non-credit economies is if you don't have now, there's nothing you can do now. That's why these people are empowered, because I may not have now, doesn't mean I won't, or I'm incapable. I don't know what to do. I don't have what to do. Future me might, so let me get from the future me, and anyway, no good. So
you're
how do we
empowered?
yes. We are empowered. So we got student loans, which when you tell them now Uganda, I always use the analogy of thinking about a lizard in the desert and a fish in the water. Those two are like in different realms of existence. A lizard, no matter how much it tries, cannot understand the ways of the water. But anyway, when you tell me na Uganda that, credit, because since to us credit is bad, amabanja mabi, waka, by the time you get a loan, aja kukonkona, they'll burn down your house. So when you tell them student debt and all these things, sounds like, but here, that's how things work. You literally can't even get a house. You can't get a car. You can't do anything without a credit score. It's how their economies run. It's how their lives work. You go to some place that they can't even accept your cash. Do you have a credit card? Do you have a debit card? That's their economies, you see. So that's hard to understand if you've never experienced it, because it's like you're trying to understand it through your own lens, and your lens is only one shade. It's like green, and I'm trying to make you see red. It's physically impossible for you. So we get student loans, and then you come here and you study. They give you the living accommodation expenses and blah blah blah. They pay for your tuition and living expenses. So how do you then pay back the loan? If you want, we are not, but if you want, some people go and work. You're not allowed to, but you can go and work. Under the table, the so-called chair. The typical people think we are doing. The bank. We are not. We literally can't even kubacheyo these days. There's a truck that sweeps the streets. Like the Ugandan lingo needs to be updated, because literally the thing itself no longer even exists. So it's like, okay, maybe Nkubachi. Kubadishes?
Kubajiko. Kubajiko. Like, because then there will be at least, like, there's that avenue of working in, say, a restaurant. Or...
and you can. I know some Indian students who are doing it, because for them maybe. But for most of us, what you do is you get the money, because 12K is a lot of money. 12K is about what? 50 ma?
Way more than that.
Way more. It's a lot of money even here. I have a cousin who keeps telling me $100 is $100. In Uganda, it's $100. 12K is a lot of money. So you get that, and then now what you have to do is like reduce. You're not going to go and rent a house on the beach.
Or in the middle of town.
Or in the middle of town. Manhattan is expensive. We tried looking for those houses. So what you do is you find a house that's about something, split it with people, and your living expenses are covered, and then the rest is cheap. Living here is it. I remember even actually most nations, I don't know if anyone tells you to ever go abroad or whatever, the first thing they'll tell you is find accommodation. The rest is easy. The rest is way easy. If you have got to put your head down, food, you can't fail. There are literal food banks giving away food. And that's food that's not even in the most expensive supermarkets at home. This is food the bagaga or bagagas buy here. It's free. And most of us don't even go for those, but those are available every Saturday.
And it covers like all necessities until the next, probably, like from cooking, like cooking oil.
They'll give you cooking oil, soap, everything. And that's just one avenue.
Sanitary pads, like for women. Like,
I didn't think about those. So there's that aspect, there's that avenue, there's that to the worst of the worst. There's places that will take care of you. You don't even have to say shit. You just walk in, hi, and they'll tell you, okay, please take what you want. You don't even have to you don't have to please munyambe. No, it's a place. You just have to look for it. You go to your Google Maps, look for food, whatever, as they are called, food banks, I don't know. Walk in, and they'll give you whatever they have.
Different states have different policies, because you have to be living in that state. Since we live in New Jersey, there are multiple in different points. And like, so long as you have a roof over your head, like you can go and
I've
cry
seen
there
people
and
do
be
that who
hungry.
live in
Like,
New York. I've seen, like, it's all over. I think even in Canada, they were there. I just never tried it. So that's worst comes to worst. Everything you need will be taken care of. That's what I meant by abundance. The nations have a lot, so it can trickle down. That now at Aina you will get, and I'm not talking you will get the scraps, because when I say Baina, the people think like a worker. No, people go to Walmart, buy things, and give them to you. It's not nkuwadde kasasiro byestaagala, nkuwadde ebintu nze byenange byenkozesa. There's no, that's the wealth balance that kind of we lack back home. That I think that's why even most of this part lazy, but we'll get to that. That first, when it's donation, it is onyambie. Here it's the same cereal a guy who sleeps on Empire State is eating the same cereal they are giving you. It's the same, there's no mbukale nze ngenda gula what brands at home. Nze ngenda kwegulira Kellogg's nze nkuwe maganjo. I don't know. It's the same. So that's one. Biganye, worst comes to worst, toina there's that. The other one is you go and work. Let's get to the work thing. Now, the reason why people here don't value education, but nagamba tebasoma. Picture you a Kampala na Uganda. The difference between Gwaina degree and your border guy at a degree is huge. There are things you get that guy would never in his life. There are things that a guy who has never gone to school in Uganda can never dream of. A car, kaploti, it's possible, but there's like the difference is huge. There are things you have access to.
I'm sorry, it's 4 o'clock, so somebody else in our room.
Okay. Give us a second. Oh shit.
Yep.
Wasn't it me who booked the room?
If you need to finish, it's fine.
Yeah, we're finished. Okay. I think it's even me who booked the room.
Let's check. So this is how things work.
Yeah, you booked the thing. Let me check.
And so we are 3 minutes in. And
wait.
who booked?
3 to 4.
You said 3 to 4 years.
And yeah, it's not me. Anywho, this topic is going to be continued. That's a good thing. Give a cliffhanger. I'm going to cut it on. I'll cut out this.
Then you'll just
to be continued.
Yeah, to be continued.
So on the next episode, we are going to be talking.
No, we'll continue this.
Yeah.
We literally didn't finish this. No, you want the next.
No. Like the money sections, cliffhanger for people to come back to. Okay. So we're going to be talking the economies, how people survive, work, why.
How we survive.
Despite not working and just being in chills. How you can survive, maybe some tips and get some international perspective.
Yeah, and shout out to Akon Rose.
And
repping her jersey.
As a full endorsement.
MVP in different countries, Uganda. Yeah. But anyway.
Oh shit. Next tomorrow.
You booked?
Yeah, I booked.
Perfect. What time?
Wait, I booked mine 3 to 4. You should book 4 to 5.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.